and Postecoglou era. Look at that form in the last 5 games from Chelsea. 4 wins on the bounce and a draw in there. Spurs obviously just had a horrific defeat at Bournemouth, which we showed signs of really poor signs of just lack of fight, lack of energy, lack of creativity. Really worrying going into a big London derby. Chelsea as well on the back of, I know Southampton were down to 10 men, but they absolutely destroyed them, didn't they? 5 goals at St Mary's.
Yeah, I was seeing early on though. I don't know if you were seeing a lot of the game, but early on,
I was watching the goal shows.
Early on in the game, Southampton definitely had.
That's what Southampton do, though.
Yeah, I know they had a good start, but what's called Aribo missed a massive chance. Then they gave a goal away, as they always do. Then they equalised, and they're actually giving Chelsea a really good game. And then what Southampton do was, I think the keeper passed it straight to Nkunku and gave him an open goal.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's 2-1, and then they got the red card, and then the game got taken away from them. But they were definitely well in the game early on. But yeah, as soon as that red card
about
happened,
a few minutes though.
You're talking about 15 minutes, but this is Southampton. They're bottom of the league. But I'm saying. They were. It's not like they created quite a few chances.
The thing is with Chelsea, right? Their defence ain't that good. So if you get at them, you can create chances against them, no matter what team you are.
But
so I feel like they're dynamite going forward.
Yeah, they got one probably. You could argue the best forward options in the league.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think they do have the best forward options in the league. You look at players like Nicholas Jackson. Nick Jackson, right? He scored 14 Premier League goals last season, but this year. I rated him last season, even though he was missing, he was getting clowned upon for missing quite a few clear-cut chances. I feel like he's kind of got more assured in himself this season, and he's looking like a really good Premier League number 9. You got Pedro Neto and either Madueke or Sancho on the wings, and I feel like Neto is such a good player, but for the level of player he is, he needs to be getting more goal contributions.
Yeah, amazingly, they've been able to keep him fit. Maybe it's because he's in a rotation and haven't had to overplay him or anything, but he's been able to stay fit and he's been good, I think, whenever he's played. But yeah, I think he doesn't get enough goal contributions for a player of his quality. But as you say, they got Sancho can come in, and Nkunku can come in, Felix can come in.
And they rested quite a few players at Southampton as well.
They made 7 changes, I think.
So they're going to be they're going to be fresh coming into this.
Whereas we had to play everyone
and
put extra effort in because we were losing and we still lost.
And obviously Cole Palmer.
No introduction.
The amount of goal contributions Cole Palmer's got is absolutely disgusting. I was doing a comparison of Cole Palmer and Martin Odegaard with my friend the other night. Yeah, Cole Palmer has got, I think, 9 less goal contributions than Martin Odegaard in his whole Arsenal career.
That's ridiculous.
How ridiculous is that?
That's ridiculous. Palmer only started playing last year.
That's what I'm saying. In a year and a half, he's got 9 less goal contributions than Odegaard in his whole Arsenal career. He's probably how much
younger than Odegaard is he? He's like 3 years younger than him?
Yeah, I mean, Odegaard's something like that. Cole Palmer's 20, even so, 26, whatever it is. Cole Palmer is
21, 22?
22. He's just insane. And I was just trying to convince my Arsenal supporting friend that Cole Palmer's better than Martin Odegaard.
You know what I love about Palmer as a player, that is, he's one of those players where you look at him, he gets to that level of output, right? And you look at him and he's got, in terms of physical qualities, he's not really particularly strong. He's not particularly fast.
His movement is elite, man.
That's the thing. So that is so hard. That is the hardest thing to stop, because when you have someone like, say, I don't know, a different kind of attacking player who you know what their attacking quality, what their physical qualities are. You know what you're going to be up against. That's something you can plan for. But when you got someone like Palmer, who, whatever people throw at him, he seems to be able to just find a pocket of space, find a moment. That's just so hard to stop because you can't read that. It's just he always reacts to the game. He's so clever with his movement. He's so clever with his positioning. And as well, as soon as he gets the ball, he's so quick thinking. He gets out of his feet. He has a vision in his mind, and he's got unbelievable quality in that left foot. And that is just because he's got that in him. It makes him so difficult to stop. He doesn't rely on his physical qualities because he doesn't have elite physical qualities. He relies on his brain, and I think the football brain is always quicker than the opposition. That always sets you apart, I think, rather than just relying on your physical qualities all the time. And that is why he's so special, I think. And he's having an amazing season again. He had it would be easy to think last season could have been a one-off for him. Like he had 30 goal contributions or something last
33.
season. I mean,
33 in 33 games.
And you would have thought that surely, like, he's not going to be able to sustain that. And he's on par. He's on par.
He's actually got a better rate this season.
He's got a better rate. So this guy's a special player, clearly. And Chelsea must be kicking themselves.
Last year,
not Chelsea, City. I mean,
last year's 33 and 33. This year is 15 and 14.
So he's outpacing himself from last year. And to think it's not a one-off. It's like,
and by the way, last year was in like a failing Chelsea team as well.
It's mad. He's a special player. And, Basuma is, at the moment, be getting booked a lot, and he's been struggling to dominate the midfield the last couple of games, and he's been overplayed a lot, and he's going to have Palmer to contend with.
I feel like Palmer as well, like he only picks up the ball in positions on the pitch and situations where like he can make a direct impact, where he's so dangerous. He can run late into the box. He can shoot from 35 yards, no matter what. Palmer is an unbelievable player. But, it's not just the attacking talent as well. I think their midfield is so strong as well. You look at Enzo and Caicedo, whatever people want to say about Enzo and the season he had last year, I think recently, since he's got back into that Chelsea team, he's been brilliant. He really has. And Caicedo, I actually think he's been the best six in the league this season. That's how much I rate him.
They play in a double pivot, don't they?
But I think he's the best DM in the league.
Yeah, he's playing very well. He's got boundless amounts of energy, great qualities. I think last game he played right back, didn't he? They played Lavia and Enzo. They've been playing him right back recently, so I don't know if
just one game
again.
though, wasn't it?
But yeah, look, he's starting to show his Brighton form now, isn't he? Caicedo. He scored that brilliant goal up at Old Trafford as well.
2 games he's played right back.
He scored that brilliant goal at Old Trafford.
No, 1 game. Last game, Gusto played right back.
Okay, so maybe he'll be back in the centre for this one. Yeah, I mean, last season, when he first came, he was very inconsistent, but he started to find that consistency that he had at Brighton.
Yeah, I guess, like, where we can get at them is their defence, because I don't think their defence is exceptionally strong.
I think Badiashile, if Badiashile's going to play, I think he's definitely suspect.
Who's going to play centre-back for Chelsea?
Badiashile and Cole rested.
So Colwill and Badiashile, which, I think they're both okay, but I think it's definitely where their weaknesses are.
I think Colwell's big strength is on the ball rather than off the ball. Cucurella's actually had a brilliant season, to be fair to him. But again, I look at their back four, and to be fair, and I think the stats back it up. I think defensively, they're not, I'm not saying they're bad or they're liabilities or anything, but they're not as... Their defensive capabilities are not as strong as what their attack is. If you know
they've
what I mean,
conceded the same amount as us.
Yeah,
same goals.
But that's not to say it's because their defense is bad. It's just not as good as how good their attacking is. If you know what I mean. So their attack has got fuller quality, but you look at their defense and it's it can be got at. And I think teams have found joy against them.
Yeah, I think like the weakest area of the pitch is centre back and goalkeeper.
Yeah, goalkeeper.
I don't rate the goalkeeper at all.
I don't rate Sanchez. I do not rate him. I think he's a bit of a liability, to be honest. Especially they actually have been caught out a lot playing out the back and making mistakes, and especially from Sanchez as well. So that's something we've got to try and focus on. But again, with our intensity problems at the moment, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, 100%. And we're going to need Solanke to be bang at it. We need Kulusevski to all the players that lead our press and that have been so good in certain games for us. Pushing high up the front, winning the ball back in key areas, we're going to need to be bang at it. And I really hope, as much as the negativity it's been over the last 24 hours, I really hope like the stadium and the fans can just put that to one side just for and support the team through this game, because it's a big London derby against Chelsea. No matter what happens, we need to support the team. When they're playing on the pitch, the team need to be supported. And in any game, but particularly in these London derbies against like the Chelseas and the Arsenals and teams like that. So I really hope we make it a kind of intense atmosphere. Because we know when the stadium's a good atmosphere, it's really good and it can be intense for the opposition.
We just need if anything, I mean, I guess we said this after this before the City game as well, and then we won that, and then it didn't really turn us around. But if anything, this fan base just needs a big performance on Sunday. We just need something to show that we can still pull out these big performances.
I kind of feel like we're going to get it.
Well, don't even don't go there, because if we could get a big performance, at least it shows that the players still believe in Ange. I think that's the main thing. That's the thing that people are questioning.
I don't even think it does, though.
I think it does, because I don't think you can get a big win like that if the players aren't behind the manager.
I think you can, because I think like when the big games come around, these players just raise their game because it's a big game, not because maybe they believe in a manager. I think there are situations where that is the case, but there's also situations where it's just because it's a big game and these players like to perform on that kind of stage.
No, but you can't just win these big games like just with energy. You need quality and you need belief. Like you need that. Like with big games aren't just easy to win. You don't just win them just because you want to. Like you have to be your very best, and like Chelsea have been very good this season, and they've they've really scored lots of goals, and they've really, especially recently, form has really turned for them, and they're starting to get some consistency. I think it's 3 wins on the trot now for them. So to turn that around and beat them, for me, would show that this squad still has some fight in it. I would say, even if we then don't win against like Rangers or something, I would say that would still be evidence that we can pull wins out the bag, and that's the important thing. Because look, the point you'll be making is I don't see where the next one is coming from, and if we can beat that, if we can beat Chelsea, right, that's where it is. That shows we can still win games.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't think it means nothing just because we've had a bad game on Thursday. Doesn't mean beating Chelsea means nothing. It doesn't mean something just because we've beaten Chelsea. I'm just saying the fact that we can win a game shows that we can still pull out results even in this difficult period. So we're not gonna. So this whole narrative of he's gone till Christmas, if we can win on Sunday, I just think again that goes to the back burner a bit.
I think that for me, I said before, like after the response to the Man City game, after the response to the Aston Villa game, all these big games that we've had and followed up with poor performances. If we go and beat Chelsea, it doesn't mean too much for me. It will mean a lot to me if we beat Chelsea and then go and win a few games consecutively. One-off game don't mean too much to me in terms of the direction that the club's going in.
Well, if we beat Chelsea, it's 2 wins our last 4.
Oh God! Anyway,
but it's not one-off. I mean, just because we lose if we beat Chelsea, it means it's not a one-off. Because we literally just beat City like a few games ago, so it can't be a one-off if we beat Chelsea on Sunday. Because it's 2 off.
It's a 1 in 5, 1 in 4, 1 in 5,
2 in 4,
2 in 4.
No, but I'm just saying it proves we can win games though.
Okay, we can win a game, great. But if we go and beat
Not
Chelsea,
a game.
If we go and beat Chelsea and then go and lose to Southampton, then what?
But then what if we win the next game and we'll beat Liverpool?
This is what we'll do. So we'll beat
but that doesn't mean nothing. If we do that, it doesn't.
It does mean nothing.
No, it doesn't. It means we can win games.
Yeah, but it also means that we can lose to the worst.
Correct, but it also means that we're not going to go on this mythical run until now on Christmas, losing every game, which is going to get him the sack. Yes, it's a tough period, and yes, we need to find consistency. But if we do win these games, it doesn't mean nothing. It means we can win these games, and we can actually win them consistently if we do win them. And that's what it proves. And that means that's something worth buying into, in my opinion.
I don't know if it is, because if you can lose quite consistently against the worst teams in this league, then I think it takes away the gloss and it takes away from these big performances that we have massively.
I'm not saying it doesn't, but I'm just saying you can't just strike off every time we win a game because we've lost before. Like,
yeah, you can.
No, you can't. Like, if you want him out, you can. But I'm saying
if you're sitting 10th in the league.
Right, if we win, we're not going to be 10th though.
Well, it depends what the other results are, but yeah, it's more than likely we'll be higher up in the league.
Right.
But then if we lose back to Southampton, we'll be back to 10th.
Yeah, but whatever. I'm just saying.
Oh, whatever.
No, but that's in the future. We're talking about Sunday here. I'm talking about you've been saying how long do we give it? All these different things, blah blah blah. Like, I don't see where another win comes from. But if we win on Sunday, right, we beat a good Chelsea side. That shows that even in this very difficult period where we're low on confidence and we're struggling for we're out on our feet when it comes to a squad, we're still managing to pull a win out the bag, which gives me hope that down the line between now and Christmas there will be a few more wins in there, rather than we're going to just lose every game and then he'll be gone by Christmas. That's my point.
Yeah, but I still think if we win against Chelsea, I just don't think we learn too much, because we've seen us being able to pull out wins from the bag. We know we got a win in us, but those wins are always followed up by poor results and poor games.
And that might happen again, but my point is we might still be able to pull some wins there, and we might be able to get through this difficult period like still within touching distance of whatever, top 5 or something, as part, and not just completely falling away. That's my point.
All right, look, we'll see. But in terms of our record against Chelsea, doesn't make for good reading. 3 losses in our last 5. That one win, was that the Ollie Skip win? The 2-0 win, when Chelsea were probably at their worst. 2-2, that was the Conte one when Kane in the last minute, wasn't it? Those were the times that we got points. But yeah, that 4-1 defeat was when it all started to fall apart for Ange last season, wasn't it? With the 2 red cards, and you'll never ever see a game of football like that again. You'll literally never ever see a game like it was unbelievable.
Wait till Sunday. What are you talking about?
2 men sent off, playing everyone on the halfway line, losing 4-1, and the team go off to a standing ovation.
Don't think that's going to happen on Sunday. Standing ovation if we lose 4-1.
No,
that's not going to happen on Sunday.
No.
But yeah, that was a crazy game of football. That was nuts. Hopefully we don't get 2 men sent off. That's for sure.
Yeah,
we can hope for that. But Chelsea were well in that game. After a good start from Tottenham again, and Chelsea came into it.
Yeah,
and ended up, convincingly winning. But
yeah, and that Eric Dyer offside goal right at the end. If that goal was given, because it was marginally offside, if that goal was given, you never know what could have happened. Imagine 2-2 with 9 men.
That'd be mad.
But look, it's going to be a very, very difficult game. I just hope it's not toxic throughout the game, because the team need the utmost support. They need that 12th man there. They need to really be guided through this game after what happened on the weekend, because they just look so shot of confidence in that last half an hour. I don't know whether it's because they're not playing for the manager. I don't know whether it's because they're just tired. I don't know what it is. I mean, in my personal opinion, I think there is something going on with the players, Nanj, but I can't say that for sure. But regardless, we need to make them puff their chests out. We need to support them. We need to be singing for the team for 90 minutes, or at least until the game's out of sight. So I think the fans have a really important role on the weekend.
Yeah, let's just hope we really get behind the team, make it a loud and proud atmosphere. We make it intense and try and do something that we can muster up a good performance. Because it's difficult. It's going to be a difficult day potentially on Sunday.
The reality is, whatever your feelings are towards the club, whether it's Levy, Ange, players, whatever your gripe is with the club, we're all Tottenham Hotspur fans at the end of the day, and we all want what's best for the football club. So I think it's imperative that when those 90 minutes are on, when Spurs are playing, you just give your all for the team, and you give your all for what we've grown up loving for our whole lives, and that is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. And we need to sing our hearts out, and potentially, especially in a game like this, when it's backs against the wall, things are going. It's really hard. Things are really hard at the moment.
Could it suit us this game? Being a bit, maybe if we play like we did City, a bit more transitional, sit a bit deeper, defend properly. Maybe it could be a game that suits us a bit more.
Potentially, it'll suit. Yeah,
because we're not going to have 70% possession in this game, are we?
No, we're not. And I think there are opportunities to get at this Chelsea team, but I'm just worried. I'm worried about their attack against our defence, and they're really strong players on the wing as well. So look, it's going to be a difficult game. I can't see us winning it, but when I can't see wins, that's when the wins come. Albeit, I did say I thought we were going to lose to Bournemouth, and we did, but we both said we were going to lose to City, and we know what happened there. So look, if I'm going to give a prediction, an honest prediction, I'm going to say 3-1 Chelsea. I do think they're going to be a lot more fresher than us as well, which could play a part, especially towards the latter stages of the game. And the last half an hour, I just can't get that out of my mind, how poor and how embarrassing that was. So hopefully we can come out with it with a bit of a point to prove, and try and prove the doubters wrong, prove me wrong, prove everyone that's criticising this team wrong, and show something on the pitch on Sunday. And I think we will maybe do that in the early stage of the game, but I'm worried what happens in the latter stage of this game.
Yeah, I think clearly, I mean, the last bits of games at the moment, you know, look at the Roma game, you look at the Fulham game, even though they were down to 10 men, you look at the Bournemouth game, when it gets to like 70 minutes, it seems like we're done at the moment. And is that because of how Andrew's asking them to play with their intensity? Are they not able to keep it up? All these different things. I don't know what it is, but definitely a common theme over the last few games that once we get to 70 minutes, we're really, really struggling. So that's something to worry about. Can we get at this Chelsea team? 100%. Do Chelsea give you opportunities? They do. And even when I was watching them play against Villa, you know, Watkins had some really good opportunities in that game. He missed them, and like they give Southampton, they create opportunities. Even with 10 men, they did against Chelsea. Like they give you opportunities. So can we create opportunities against this Chelsea team? Could it suit us a bit, playing a bit more transitional, having less possession? Those are all true things. But Chelsea also a team in great form. Chelsea also a team with unbelievable forward players and can change those forward players if they need changes.
Something that we don't have the luxury of.
They're a team with confidence at the moment. Coming here probably expecting to win now, considering the form we're on, the form they're on. But maybe we can use that. Maybe if they came here as underdogs, they'd come here with a different mentality. Coming here as favourites, expecting to win, maybe we can use that and play it into our favour.
So the bookies have this at evens for Chelsea, 3.4 for Tottenham.
3-1, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that is our. What's your prediction?
Well, before I knew Romero could be fit, I said 3-2 Spurs. Sorry, 3-2 Chelsea. I said 3-2 Chelsea.
And now,
if Romero's fit, maybe 2-2.
you're going 2-2.
Maybe 2-2.
Desmond.
Desmond.
To be fair, you said that last night as well.
What?
2-2.
I did.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Well, there you have it. That is our match preview for the big London derby against Chelsea Sunday. Me and Sim